Hey everyone. Every year I ask my calculus students at the end of the year to write a reflection on the class, what they thought was good about it, what they thought needs to be improved, so that I can kind of get an idea from them of things that I can do better. But also it gives them the opportunity to reflect on their experience and their time, as most of them are seniors, and it gives them a chance to kind of go back and think about what they've done throughout the year. And as a result of that, I read them all, and then I write my own letter back to them. And it's kind of a tradition that I have, that I write this letter, and on the last day of school I stand up in front of the class and I read it to them. And it's a good send off. It's a good way to say goodbye. Well, this year's different. Class of 2020 is obviously not in school, and so I'm still asking them to write a reflection on the year, and I'm also going to write them a letter. But the way I read it is obviously going to be different. So I decided to do it a little different this year, to kind of just give a little bit of a salute to the class of 2020. I know this isn't really going to be that big of a deal in a lot of people's eyes, but I hope that you guys, my calculus class of 2020, appreciates this. It's my little way of honoring you, I guess you can say. So enjoy. To the calculus class of 2020. As I began to prepare this letter, I found myself going back and reading letters that I have written to prior calculus students. Last year's letter in particular made me laugh because it said things like, "This year is a bit unique from previous years, and as I watch you walk out the door for the last time." Who would have thought that those words would be so prophetic? Because the reality is that this has to be the most unique year that you or I have ever experienced in education. And it was 9 weeks ago, on Friday, March 13th, that I actually did watch you walk out my classroom door for the very last time. Our current situation can cause us to react in many different ways. Some have been affected more dramatically than others as a result of the coronavirus, its effects on health, and the ensuing political drama. But allow me to introduce a different perspective. It has been said that necessity is the mother of invention. Well, here you are, with a great need that has been laid out before you. How is it you will react? Yes, it's true that the last few months of your high school experience have effectively been wiped out. Yes, I know that all those senior moments have been lost. But what has been gained? What opportunities lie before you that otherwise would not have been? This is a decision that you get to make, if you so choose. Don't let your current circumstances define how you react. It is true that this will be a defining moment in your life. You will always have these months as a memory and a story that you will tell to future generations. What will that story be? I know some of you probably are thinking, well, this is a little melodramatic. In large part, I would agree, especially when you consider some of the great and tragic experiences that many have endured throughout history. But it is still important to remember that this is part of your story. As your calculus teacher, I had the great opportunity to be a part of that story this year. And as I reflect on the year, I can't help but appreciate the interactions that I have had with this group of kids. I've seen you grow and mature in ways that you don't even realize. I have seen your mindset change from only focusing on the end result, the grade, to having a true appreciation for what you are learning. I've seen tears and worry. I've seen laughter and smiles. The truth is, I knew you could do it. Even when you felt it was too much or too difficult, I knew you would persevere. The funny thing is, you think I'm still talking about the AP exam. I'm talking about life. Let's be honest. The results of the AP exam, with all the emphasis that was put on it throughout the year, are not what really matter. I can say with absolute confidence that everybody that completed this journey accomplished the goal that was set before them at the beginning of the year, regardless of the results of the exam. I am proud of the hard work and dedication that each student, that most students put forth. In truth, however, the lesson learned in my class throughout the year, the least important were the ones dealing with calculus. In fact, the reality is that most of you will never apply the mathematical skills that you learned in this class in the future. What was the purpose then? Why go through all this torture? The true lessons, what I really hope you have learned, only use mathematics as a modality to make the point. What is it then that I hope you walk away from my class knowing? A few things. First, the reality is that most people go through life just getting by. They're afraid to step outside their comfort zone and try. They live life day to day just hoping that somehow success will find them. But the reality is that success is most often a result of you taking the initiative, pushing yourself no matter how many times you fail along the way, learning from your mistakes, and seeing something through until the end. All of you lived this exact lesson this year. Every one of you failed along the way, many times I might add. But everyone learned from those failures and grew stronger and smarter as a result. Now, as I look to every one of you, I see a success story. Then what is success? That's the second lesson. If good grades are what defines success in school, then success is some extrinsic reward that fades away. No, success means something much deeper than that. It's not how much money you make or what car you drive. The reality is that success comes from the day-to-day interactions that we have with each other. It's the impact that we have on those around us. At the end of the day, if I can lay my head down on my pillow and know that I affected someone for the good, then I was successful. I would be remiss not to talk about the idea of integrity at this point. You see, integrity is more than being honest and not cheating on a test. It's more than showing up on time or simply getting the job done. It's how you get the job done. It's making sure that when you are in line for a promotion or a raise, you have really earned it. It's giving credit to someone else when everybody thinks you deserve it. Integrity is about being the best that you can be without taking any shortcuts or showing any hint of selfishness in whatever you do. In this way, you'll be able to stand tall knowing you did things the right way. Be the best lawyer, politician, or president. Be the best doctor, pediatrician, or dentist. Be the best engineer, computer programmer, astronaut, or pilot. Be the best actress, fashion designer, soccer player, teacher, or hamburger flipper. Be the best husband, wife, mommy, daddy, brother, or sister that you can be. At the end of it all, it's not about what's in your bank account or how other people view your success. It's about how you affected the lives of the people around you, whether it is your family or someone you will never see again. Now take this unique opportunity that you find yourself in, figure out what is needed, and find a way to fill that need. It has been a pleasure taking you through this daily journey. Though you may have already walked through my classroom door for the last time, know that the memories that you have left will live on through the stories that I tell my future classes. I look forward to seeing what becomes of all of you. Take the time to visit, and don't forget to send me a signed pennant from your future school so that I have a physical representation of those memories. I will always think fondly of the calculus class of 2020. With all sincerity and warmth, Mr. Bunyé. Now, it's your turn to have an impact on this world. What kind of impact will that be?